I chose the title because wellness has become a word, at least in America, wellness is a word that can mean anything. When I was growing up, it used to be like you just tried to be healthy, which meant going to the doctor every once in a while, but now everybody needs to be well, which means even if you're healthy, there's more stuff you can do. It's become this all-encompassing generic word that can mean really anything, and so I thought it'd be a really funny title for the book. I wrote a short story when I was 25 years old about two lovers who see each other across an alley and fall in love with each other. And then I thought it was super romantic in my 20s. And then in my 40s, after having been happily married for a long time, I realized that wasn't romantic. Those people are idiots. And I wanted to investigate the difference about how love feels in your 20s versus how it feels in your 40s. My two main characters, Jack comes from the Flint Hills in Kansas, out of the way and kind of poor upbringing. Elizabeth is from a wealthy family in New England who built its wealth doing all sorts of horrible, unethical things. And they both escape their dysfunctional families and meet each other in Chicago in the early 1990s. I think they are impacted by childhood in the way that we all are, in that I think all of us have former versions of ourselves that we carry with us our whole lives. Like when I get into a fight with my spouse, I am reacting to some local problem, but there's a little part of me that's also like that 4-year-old boy who got injured in a very memorable way, and so I'm on guard for that thing forever. I think we all carry with us versions of ourselves that were useful in our past, but sometimes we can nourish those previous versions of ourselves almost accidentally and keep them alive. And I think that's what Jack and Elizabeth are both doing. They are both nourishing pieces of themselves that they should probably get rid of, but they haven't been able to get rid of them yet. I think I'd prefer to think of it as the stories we tell ourselves impact how we love. Like, I don't think love is a noun, I think it's a verb. Love is something that we do. I think the stories they tell themselves about each other have become predictable, and we're not predictable people. We change throughout our whole lives, and I think the stories we tell about ourselves need to change along with time. It's important to find the good stories to tell yourself about yourself in order to be the best kind of lover and partner and spouse that you can be. But I do believe that by being a positive person, you can kind of influence your immediate circle in certain profound ways. And certainly you can influence your marriage in profound ways by bringing positivity to it, even if it doesn't change everybody else's reality. I'm so excited to be published in French again. I was thrilled when my first book was published by Gallimard, and so it's really thrilling for me to be back here, to be published again here. American readers tend to ask me, like, where does the story come from? Which parts of these things are true? And French readers ask me, like, how can I love better? And like, their questions come from their soul, and I so appreciate that. So it's lovely being back here.